So today is Kundalini Yoga inspired. Since I'm not trained in the practice, but that I do enjoy it, this is my offering to you. And we're going to start with breathing techniques today. So let's begin first by finding some sense of stillness in the body. So move as needed, open some spaces, and then we'll close the eyes. Follow the breath. As you're breathing today, watching the gentle breath, the breath that's just occurring on its own, pay attention to it. And even as that gentleness expresses itself, see if you can see underneath that a real power in the breath. And then here, we will start to breathe a little bit more deeply. You might bring the hands together. We'll chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the divine teacher within. Deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We're going to start our practice with this kind of going further into a real experience of the power that we have within ourselves that's always moving. We're going to do it with breathing through alternate nostrils, but this is different than what we've done in past classes. So what we're going to do is you can just use the hand just like this. We're going to be breathing in and out through one nostril for a little bit. And we're going to shorten it. As opposed to 3 minutes, we're going to shorten it maybe about a minute, minute and a half. So we'll close the right nostril, and you may need Kleenex tissue nearby today. Close the right nostril and just breathing slowly in and out through the left nostril only. Focusing on the power of the breath. So keep going. As you're going, I'm just going to walk you through a little bit more. So you can do this with the Ujjayi breath, or you don't need that. It's up to you how you want to do it. And then at the same time, we're breathing complete breaths that start from the belly, work up to the collarbone on the inhale, collarbone down to the belly on the exhale. So we still have that motion going. Now go ahead and keep breathing. We're almost at a minute, and we'll go past that. And as you're doing this, feel prana going up and down the spine. Up and down, moving up and down. Noticing that the power within us is quite calm, isn't it, once we get to that point. Now we're going to change sides. So you can take an exhale and then release, and then we'll switch hands. So we'll take pinky to the left nostril, or if you want to change sides, but I'm going to stick to the pinky. And then just breathing in and out through the right nostril, focusing on that motion in the trunk and that energetic experience within. Especially when you don't feel powerful, allowing yourself to experience parts of this body, parts of this mind that are powerful, and then that's going to keep going further and further and open our vision to that internal power. Relaxing the muscles in the face as you continue. Okay, now we'll switch sides again, but we'll go for a shorter period. So cover the right nostril and breathing slowly through the left. You notice as you're taking these breaths, you have a lot more time for each inhalation and exhalation because we only have one nose hole open. You might begin to experience like a cleansing of any doubts that we aren't powerful. Just cleansing all of that away. And then we're going to switch sides again. So we're going for about half the time. So just breathing in and out through the right nostril. So at this time we're going to alternate, and we're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. So again, this is different than what we've done before. And then we're going to be switching that. So let's start with covering the right nostril, inhaling through the left. Cover left, exhale through right. Cover the right again. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. A little longer of this. After this final exhalation, you will switch. So then we'll inhale through the right. Exhale through left. Inhaling right. Exhale left. A little bit more. Take one more cycle. Release the right arm. And now we're going to either breathe deeply or you're going to join me in breath of fire. So if you have any issues with blood pressure, just breathe deeply instead. If you feel nauseous, if it ever feels too much, so you could slow the breath of fire down, or you can just stop and breathe deeply, slowly. So we'll first take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Inhale, and then quick pulsing of the breath, and forceful, in and out, forceful. Deep breath in, out, in, out. Sit quietly, feel the subtle experience of the body. Now we'll sit into this power, this divinity within us that is powerful by nature. And let's lie down just for a moment. Just for a moment, so we can feel the length of the body and give the legs a little bit of a chance to release after sitting for so long. So reach the arms back. Maybe point the toes forward. And then just to help out, we'll plant the feet. And you can keep the arms behind and relax just like this. Plant the feet, walk the heels in towards the bottom. Now before we go too far into a bridge posture, we're going to lift the belly button up and then pull the belly button down so that the low back meets the mat. And we'll just do this a few more times, these pelvic tilts, lifting the belly button, arching the back, and then pressing the low back into the mat. And here we are, creating some strength in the core as we're moving this way. Neutralize the hips, the pelvis. Just a few more. Inhaling, belly lift. Exhale, back pulling in. Okay, the next time we'll draw back in towards the mat, and then as if there's a string that's attached to the pelvic bone, begin to lift the hips upwards, finding a bridge posture right here, and then start to draw the knees towards each other like you're going to try to touch, but we won't go that far. Squeeze the glutes up a little higher. And then exhale, lower down. And see if the pelvic bone can release last. Take a few of those pelvic tilts as we did before. Inhaling, expanding, belly lifting, exhale, contracting. Feel the belly contract as you really do that. So let's continue a few more of these, and as you're doing that, feel the power of the core of the body. So this whole region here, front and back, and really pulling in and then activating the abdominal muscles and then releasing. Drawing in, activating, and releasing. A couple more of these. And then we'll release and rise up to seated. So you can roll to the side or you can rock right up. From here we'll go into a camel ride. So we're going to cross the ankles, or you can bring a foot on top of the opposite lower leg. Bring the hands to hold the front of the legs here. So the arms will be about shoulders distance. On the inhale, pelvic tilt, but in seated, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulders back. And then exhale, pull the belly in, lower the head, draw the abdominal muscles in. Inhaling, exhaling. Now we're going to bring yogic breath into this, so this powerful breath. And it's much quicker than in our regular hatha yoga practices. So inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. You can go slower if you like. A few more, and you can bring silent mantra into this. So Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Feeling that internally, truth is my identity. Truth is our identity. So keep going. Truth is our identity, and isn't that very much like knowledge is power? So feeling that power of truth within. A few more. One more exhalation, and then you'll inhale, sit up tall. You can rest hands on the knees. Self-knowledge is true power. Now we're going to move into spinal twist. So you can cross ankles, or you can have foot in front of shin. Remember, set on something if this is difficult and this isn't an easy pose for you, which is what it's called, Sukhasana. So now we'll take twisting action. So if you can get 4 fingers to shoulders and thumbs behind, this is where you're going to be. If you have a lot of muscle mass and tightness, that might be difficult. You can interlock the fingers like this and pull them apart from each other. So on the inhale, we'll go left, on the exhale right, and then we'll change that later. Powerful breath. Beginning. Inhale left, exhale. Once more. And then come to center. Deep breath in and out. Release the hands for a moment. You might feel your nasal cavities opening up, your sinuses opening up. I know I am. And we're going to switch now. So really purifying the body from the dense to the subtle. So from this material to the energetic. Now we'll take the hands back to where they were. If you had hands clasped, then you can switch maybe and just see how that feels. And then we'll go ahead and inhale right, exhale left, beginning when you're ready. Few more. And then coming to center, releasing the arms. We're going to come back down to the back and take another bridge posture, but this time we'll have arms alongside the body. Walk the feet in, heels towards the bottom. Walk the shoulders back towards each other. Take a few pelvic tilts here. So again, really utilizing the drawing of the back in and then pulling the abdominal muscles in. Relaxing them, drawing them in. So next exhalation, we'll keep the pelvis pulled in, the back towards the mat. But then again, like there's a string to that pelvic bone, beginning to lift the hips up, and then maybe walking shoulders back towards each other. You might be able to hold the ankles and then continue to draw the knees in towards each other. And if not the ankles, interlace the fingers underneath the hips, press the straight arms down. If you've got a lot of tightness, you've got forearms lifted, fingers pointing skyward. Two more breaths. And lowering. Let's go ahead and rise up. And then we're going to take legs forward. I can bring the hands down next to the hips. Sit on something if this feels a little too intense for you. We're going to go into life nerve stretch. So from here, find length. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Or you can use a strap, or you can bend the knees to get there. So let's take a couple deep breaths first, and then what we're going to do is take those powerful yogic breaths with movement, as we've been doing, but now in this position. And then we'll go a little deeper after that. So when you're ready, inhale, straighten the arms. The head will lift. Exhale, bend the elbows, release the head to some degree. Inhale, straighten, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Continue. Do away with all thinking here. So just moving, breathing. It's a very powerful practice today. So again, if you ever feel like you've gone a little too far, then just go slow, breathe slow, move slow. No need to push it. In fact, that will just create harm, and this is against yogic principle, the golden rule, ahimsa. So we want to always move carefully, attuned to the body. A few more. You might be getting some motion out of this. You might not be getting that much progress. Like I'm not getting too far. So we're going to rise and then we're going to go a little deeper and see if we can enhance this position by taking the right foot to the inside of the left thigh or by sitting on top of the right heel. So I'm going to sit on the heel today and just experience what this will feel like. We're going to inhale. Take the arms up, find length. Exhale, once again, hold the left leg or the left foot if you can get there. Remember, bending the knee is totally acceptable. Just keep the foot flexed. Now we're going to continue these yogic breaths, and then we're going to add breath of fire just for a little bit each side. So when you're ready, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Okay, let's inhale, rise. Exhale, lower a little bit, and then we'll take breath of fire. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, pulsing. As you're doing this, feel prana moving up and down the left leg. Cleansing, purifying the nerve. Deep breath in, out, in, out, release, rise. Before we go to the other side, let's recline by bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, coming all the way down, reaching arms back. Just give the body a moment. And then from here, let's plant the right foot and take this right knee over to the left for a twist. Now, as you're here, you might take the foot to the other side of the leg. You might take the arms to more of a 90-degree angle, or arms open to the sides. Turn the head to the right. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. So if you have the elbow bent, you can also see the elbow drop. If it's straight behind, you're going to drop it that way. And then we'll come to center. Let's just see what it would feel like if we only twist that one side. And so we're going to rise up and work with the right leg. So sitting on top of the heel or foot to the right thigh. Flex the right foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hand to the leg, hands to the leg. Inhale, or to the foot. Exhale. So we're here for a couple breaths or so before we start with that motion, that very powerful motion. We're working very much with the energetic system, the breathing system, and the body all at the same time, making this a very powerful practice. So when you're ready, inhale, lift, Exhale. Keep going, feeling prana move up and down the leg, purifying the nerve. Deep breath in, out as you lower and take a few breaths. Oh, it's pretty intense. Start to rise, left foot to right thigh, recline all the way down, take the arms behind. Relax the left leg for a moment, relax the right. And then we're going to plant the left foot and take the left knee over to the right, taking the foot to the other side of the leg, adjusting the arms so that you can be in this twist comfortably enough. Work the left shoulder blade down the back and towards the mat. Let's rise. So bring the knee to center. You can roll to the side or rock up. Before we go further, let's go into a thread the needle. So kind of to counteract all the things that are occurring with the arms going forward. Let's take a few cat-cows here, just loosen up. And then when you're ready, inhale, right arm up. Feel that for a moment, rotate the wrist. You feel the chest open. Take the hand down, so then we'll inhale the left arm up. Feel that opening of the chest. The hand comes down after you've moved the wrist, and then we'll thread the needle. Right arm up. Exhale, thread. Settle in, and we're going to take 3 full breaths. Find maybe a different variation with the left arm. Feel the back of the shoulder opening. Let all tension move away from the outer right shoulder. That tension really weakens us. It helps suppress our power, our internal power. So we want to work with the body to let that go, free up the body, and feel that internal power and all the ways it expresses itself. Left palm down, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread through, settle in. All tension leaving the spaces in which you feel that opening, back of the shoulder, upper arm. And then we'll take the left arm, reach it up. Exhale the hand down, come to standing on the knees, take the hands behind the tailbone, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, look up. And release. Come to seated with the legs extended out in a V formation. All right, so now we can feel the difference probably between the calf and the hamstrings, inner legs, especially the inner legs. So now we're going to open up those spaces and contribute to more opening in the life nerve, the back of the leg. So you might be able to grasp the big toes and go a little forward with the peace fingers. You might be able to do this also with the knees bent. If that's not an option, rather than have two straps here, which is totally possible, you can keep the arms lifted and then just move towards each leg. So we'll just start there and then we'll transition into holding the feet if possible. So we'll start with arms up to a T. On the exhale, fold into the left leg, bring the hands somewhere to the leg. On the inhale, rise up. Exhale, other leg. Inhale, rise up. So we're going to continue this. Strong yogic breath. Feel that low back freeing up. Refrain from thinking so hard. Just feel intuitively as you go through. Now, keep going, but if you'd like, you can change this by holding the toes and then moving this way. The movement's going to be less, so see if it's something that you even feel like you're benefiting from. You can always change it up. Drawing up and out in that powerful sensation. A few more. And then we're going to meet in the middle. You might be holding the feet, or you might have the hands down, reaching forward. Take some deep breaths. Watch the body calmly release on the exhalations. Feel the whole nervous system calm. Feel inner silence as you fold for 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, start to rise. Let's close the legs. We're going to come down to the belly, finding our way into cobra posture. So first we'll lower all the way down. Bring the hands in so they're as close to the shoulders as possible, the elbows in towards the waist. Drop the shoulders down away from the neck. Release the feet for a moment, relax the legs, the heels away from each other, and then bring the feet back together. Feel the heels touching each other. Activate now the thighs, push the tops of the feet down, activate the glutes, press into the hands, and lift. Now if you'd like, you can walk hands forward a little bit so you can feel more stable. You do not have to straighten the arms. If you straighten the arms, most likely you're going to be shrugging the shoulders up. And you can do this. I've seen this in some of the Kundalini sources I have. They do this. I think that it's okay for a moment, but then probably dropping the shoulders down is going to help. And you might even alternate that and release tension in the neck. We are going to take shoulder shrugs in a moment. So go ahead and just feel that. Really feel the spine being challenged. Exhale, lower. Rise up. You can rise, keeping forearms down if that feels good to you. And then we're going to come to seated. We're almost ready to rest. So actually, once you find a seat, lower the head, lower the trunk, folding over the legs, the crossed legs. Rise, switch the order of the ankles, fold again. Rise. Just to break our habits, keep the ankles crossed in this more uncomfortable version. This is the second version after we switch, which was not the one you went to first. That means it's not your habitual side. So we're going to take the hands to the knees and shrug the shoulders a few times. Shrugging up, down. And just breathing at a regular pace. And then taking the shoulders back, down, dropping the chin to the chest. Back of the neck opening. We'll take some slow circles with the head, inhaling the head to one side, exhaling back, other side, and down. Slowly, attentive to the experience of the neck. All sides of the neck. Perhaps another circle, and then when you're ready, rotate the other way. Maybe one more circle, and then releasing the head, shaking it out, feeling so much looser in the neck. And it's a very important part of the body, so that's really important. We're going to lift the head, and then you're going to finish your practice today in a posture that feels right to you. In a moment, we're going into Shavasana. So I'd like you to feel your body, notice the experience, and notice if there's any achiness. So my upper back is achy, so I'm going to work on that, and then I can feel this practice will be complete for me. So find what works for you. It does not have to be a Kundalini tradition, just whatever works. Maybe even simple spinal twists on the back. If you're feeling achy in the upper back, find a posture in which you can really pull the shoulder blade into the back. meeting in Shavasana, resting, finding the body completely released. Once you're lying down, soften the face, soften the neck, the shoulders, the arms. You can think of the outer layers softening and then going internally, all the way to the bone, softening everything in between. And then also the trunk, front, sides, back, softening, the hips softening, the legs softening, hands and feet softening. And we're resting, and you might start this resting period by following the inhalation and exhalation so that when you see that the body is inhaling, internally chanting Sat, and when you see that the body is exhaling, internally chanting Nam. Truth is our identity. Truth is your identity. And then just allow that to fade away. Slowly begin to just be aware, maybe come back to Sat Nam. Begin to deepen the breath. Sat Nam. Moving the body. Coming back. Maybe open and close the jaw a few times. And then and maybe roll to the side first before you rise, or maybe rock up. We'll seal our practice chanting Sat Nam 3 times. Deep breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Sat Nam or Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'm so glad that you practiced with me today. I feel better. I feel different. I feel so much more energetic, and I hope that you were able to experience the inner power of which we are simply made of. So, all right. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Take care.